Happy Friday. Hope you're having a good day and kind of a seesaw week this week. So let's talk about that for a second. So earlier this week, the Fed came out, up the Fed rate by a quarter, totally as expected. And then they came out in the press release afterwards and saying, we see that the market is actually what we're doing is working, the economy is slowing down, and that's good, but we think there's still more work to do. Well, think about that. Inflation rate in summertime was at 7, now it's at 5. They want it somewhere between 2 and 3. So it is working, and that's a good thing. So we expect that they said that they have probably, they're saying probably two more rate hikes. Um, we think that they did this one. There's another one that there's talk that they will do again in March. And then we'll see after that because they're getting quite a bit of pressure from the markets that, you're just holding stuff back. You're creating, too expensive money. So, anyways, we'll see. So then today, jobs reports came out. So the first Friday of every month, the job report comes out. And so let's take a look at that. Here's how it came out. So there's two reports. There's the BLS job report and a household survey report. The BLS job report, they just run algorithms. They don't talk to people. They just look at data and they come up with a number. They were expecting 185,000 new jobs. They came out and said that there was 517,000 new jobs. Huge miss. We're like, holy moly. So, and then they revised the last 2 months up an additional 71,000 jobs. So then we went, wow, okay. So then we looked at the household survey, and that one said that there was 894,000 new jobs, and which is obviously more than what the BLS said. So we're like, okay, this smells fishy. There's something going on here. So we took a deeper dive and we said, why are these numbers this way when we were thinking it was only like 185,000? So here's what we found. Of that 894, 606,000 were actually part-time people. And here's how that game plays. If you have a full-time job and then you get a part-time job, you're now two people, not one, because it's another job. So you're another person. And then it goes right here to total labor force. They're saying that went up by 866,000. So again, if you have two part-time jobs or three part-time jobs, you're now three people or two people in this new labor force number, and as well as this part-time number, and subsequently this total job gain number. So we're like, okay, it still feels fishy. Because the other thing that happened is that put the labor force participation rate from 62.3 up to 62.4. Excuse me. Which, that's a good thing. It says that more people are working. So you would think the markets would be going, woohoo, great economy, everything's going great, da da da. But how many layoffs are you seeing happening? How many big tech companies are laying off thousands and thousands of people? So we're going, okay, weird. So that actually took the unemployment rate and it took it from 3.5 down to 3.4%. We were expecting it to go the other way from 3.5 to 3.6 based off that $185,000 job estimate. So 3.4%. The last time the United States was at a 3.4% unemployment rate was 1969. So we're like, this is weird. These numbers just aren't matching up. So we continued to dig. And here's what we also found. Oops, wrong one. They came up with a new updated methodology. Yay! So on this job report, they're now adding for 2023, you can see that center column, a new population control effect. Yeah, that is purely somebody playing with spreadsheets and algorithms and stuff. So they're saying of that 894,000, 810 were this population control effect that they added in. Well, what? So then they said, okay, for December to January, if you remove that control effect, there was actually only 84,000 physical jobs created. Okay, smelling fishy, really weird. So, point being, take these numbers with a huge grain of salt. And, so when you see the media talking about, great unemployment and job report and da 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 da, just know people are changing the goalpost and making it say what they want it to say as opposed to somebody physically counting and documenting something, because these are just algorithms. They are not physically people that they talk to that got a new job or got that information from any employment stat that says those are physical people that have done that job. So gotta love them. Gotta love them. So um, what that did is, because of the jobs stuff today, rates don't like that. So it was a huge miss. So rates got worse. So everything we gained in the last week or two, we just lost today as far as rates. So rates today are basically what they were back on January 24th. So it was like this woo woo kind of a thing with rates. So other things going on, home values. So, people are talking about bubbles. This is great for you to talk to people about. Things being in a bubble, the markets, whatever. We just came out, the home value information came out this week also. We have had 121, that's 10 years, 1 month, of consecutive markets going up. Okay. And then in the last 5 months, we've had 5 consecutive months of home values going down. So they've gone up for more than 10 years, and we're down now 5 consecutive months. I would not say that that's a bubble at any point. So home values are still up 7.7% year over year, and home values are only down 3.6% from their peak. So no, home values are there. Everything we're saying, I believe, is accurate as far as, it's a great time for people to try and buy because they're going to get some concessions. That's going to quickly go away as rates continue to go down. Again, they never go down in a straight line. So, keep an eye on that. And as a more inflation information comes out, you're going to keep seeing rates get better and better and better. And so, when we get in and rates get to that point, people are going to get off the sidelines. We're going to have a supply and demand issue. You guys all know it. So if people wait, you're going to get back to situations of multiple offers and people pushing up price because of supply and demand. So anyways, hope you have a great weekend. Let me know I can help. 541-735-9857. And you have a great weekend.